Hey, what's up everybody? This is Diego Techie Life. Today we're going to learn how to get this Cat5 cable and put one of these connectors. This is the Ethernet connector here. It's actually called the RJ45. It's a registered jack 45, that's what it's called, the version 45. So it holds up to 8 pins here, which is going to be 4 pairs. And we're going to learn how to do this using this. And of course, the benefits of having this, it's so I can connect my hub here, my smart hub, to my TV. It'll give me better streaming results. It won't be dropping as often, the Wi-Fi, and it's just nice to have overall. And I'll go in detail about that in a little bit. All right, so first things first, we're gonna need some electrician scissors. Sorry. You don't need them, but these are nice to have. And one thing that you will need is one of these crimpers here. This is an Ideal crimper. As you can see here, Ideal the brand. Ideal makes some good tools. Generally, they're pretty good for consumer use. Just not that great for if you're working on this, as a commercial use. So what this has is that it has an RJ45 crimper here. It also has the RG11. RG11 is the telephone one, the little small square one. That's that. And when I close this, it has a blade here that cuts the wire. And then there's also a small little blade in here that kind of does the CAT5 or CAT3 or whatever cable you just want to score here. But I generally don't use that much. So first off, we're gonna try to open this up here, utilizing this. So this is just regular Cat5 cable, it's nothing special. Let me open it here. As you can see, we have this little string. This is a pull string, so you basically pull on it, and it kind of cuts into the cable itself, the PVC jacket, which is cool because if you don't need scissors to, or if you don't have small scissors to open it, you just pull that. And it makes it nice and easy to open it. So first things first, you want to spread out these colors. That's just what I do. I'm going to get rid of this excess, so I don't need that right now. Makes it easier. So I'm going to untwist these pairs here, straighten them out as much as I can. And there's actually 2 methods of doing this. Or two ways of doing the wire formation here. I'm gonna go over just one of them and the other one briefly. So give me a sec here. This kind of applies the same thing to CAT6 as well. CAT6 has a little bit more turns into it, and the wire is thicker. The gauge is thicker, so it's a little bit harder. And some of them have a little kind of like a guide in there that keeps the wires from touching. It's like an anti-interference type of deal. So let's undo this one. You want to kind of straighten them out. There we go. So let me show you real quick here. I'm gonna set this down. I have this thing from my OnCue panel here. It kind of shows on how to use this. It's called Cabling Tip Guide. It shows you on the formation of the wire here. So first off, we're going to start off with this pair 1, the blue. Pair 2 would be orange. Pair 3 would be green. And pair 4 would be brown. That little stripe that you see there, that means it's the striped one. And then on the right, it's going to be the solid one. So I'll show you right now. And that's I believe that's the A version. There's a V version as well too, but that's more for telephone. And we don't generally use that. Only in the business or in the commercial side is when we use that a lot. But anyways, so this is how it's going to go. Solid's always going to be on the left hand side. That's how I see it. So we have solid blue and then striped blue. Then the cabling guide says for it to be striped orange. So let me just say, so you always have solid stripe, or I mean, you'll never have a solid together or you'll never have a stripe together. So just bear in mind. And we have here orange. So stripe solid, stripe solid. We're gonna flip this over, bring over the solid green and the striped green here. And then finally, we're gonna undo this a little bit more here. Alright, cool. So we have, basically we have stripe solid, stripe solid, stripe solid, stripe solid. What I do is I put my thumb in here and I kind of bring them together. This is called marrying. And I just generally wrap them around. Make sure that my thumb doesn't allow any movement. And I basically do this. I bend a little forward and back just to kind of straighten out the cables here. And so basically, generally you don't want to lift this up, but I'm going to show you here. This is how it's supposed to look here. So I'm going to cut about a 1/4 inch up, maybe a little bit more than the 1/4 inch. I'm going to go straight into here and just trim them. You want to make sure it's nice and straight here. And then after that, this is when you get your connector. Your little tab is supposed to face down here. So you have green on the left and brown on the right. And we slowly slide, we push it against the connector itself, slowly slide it in. And actually, I kind of messed up here, but we can fix that by pulling it out a little bit. Let's trim around here. Because we can tuck it in right now. So, let's see if I have it right here. I'm going to zoom in a bit here. So if you see, we have solid green left, we have orange. It looks good to me here. Yeah, it looks good. One thing you want to do check is the very tip of this. Make sure that you push your connectors all the way in. That way that cable is touching the very tip of that plastic connector. So we just wiggle it on through here. And then you can also verify sideways here if the cable went all the way through. So lastly, we're gonna get our crimper, and I'm still pushing in right there. And you crimp as hard as you can. I usually do it with 2 hands. And that's it. We just lift this back up a little bit, not too much to break it, and then go ahead and put it to use. Bam. There you have it, guys. Once again here, let me show you the cabling here guide here. Well, covering it up. So, like I said, the little tabs, it stays under there. We have green. Oh, it shows it all there. You can also look it up, the A version, the CAT5 or RG45A sequence, and you'll be able to find that. So once again, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, Techie Life out.